Hi, this is Nick at Mitzi Sullivan's office. Just wanted to give a quick video update about the Paycheck Protection Program Forgiveness application. The SBA recently released the PPP forgiveness application. So if you received funding from the PPP, you will have to submit an application for the loan forgiveness to your local lender. If you're one of our monthly clients, we've been keeping track of your spending of the loan to make sure that it's easy to show that you used the funding for approved costs. One thing we've noticed when looking at the application is that, as mentioned before, it will cover an 8-week period after the date in which you received the funding. But for payroll, you actually don't have to start that 8 weeks until the first date of the following pay period. So if you receive that funding on a Friday and your next pay period doesn't begin until Monday, then the 8 weeks won't start until that Monday. And then from that Monday, 8 weeks onward, you will need to use all of your funding in order to have it forgiven. The payroll portion is going to be on an accrual basis, meaning that any expenses in payroll that are accrued within that 8 weeks will be forgiven. So even if you pay someone after those 8 weeks, if that payroll was accrued within the 8 weeks, then it will be forgiven. Now, as far as non-payroll expenses, such as utilities, rent payments, mortgage interest, etc., those payments are on a cash basis, which means that you have to make payments during that 8 weeks in order for the funds to be forgiven. And the last thing is, it looks like personal property payments can also be forgiven. So if you have machinery or equipment that you're renting, or even if you're renting your house or paying your mortgage interest on your house, but you have a home office, then that should be able to be forgiven as well. So the main takeaway are that we would just want to make sure that these 8 weeks is when your funding is all used. If you save it beyond the 8 weeks, then it won't be forgiven. So if you want these funds forgiven, make sure to spend during these 8 weeks. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let us know. And then, like I said, there is an application that needs to be filled out to make sure that the funds will be forgiven. And if you have questions on that application, where to find it, please let me know. Thanks.